Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What's up? What's up? Do 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 do. Ba 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 boo ba 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 ba. Do do ba ba boo do ba ba. Comes the coffee. Oh yeah. I've been live a whole minute. You imagine that? Oh baby, I'm a steamroller baby. Won't you roll down the road? I'm a steamroller baby. Won't you roll down the road? Do. I'm gonna roll, baby. I'm gonna roll all over you. Yeah. I'm gonna roll. I was born in Mississippi, way down past New Orleans. Yeah. Well, I was born in Mississippi, way down past New Orleans. Oh, baby. I've been waiting for you. Waiting for you, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh. Are my green stickers down here? Probably not, huh? No, I'm a rider, baby. I got itchy. Right there, see it? Got a scratch. Yeah. Baby. I got the blue. Oh man, I'm losing it tonight. Let me tell you. I don't know what happened to that one, but whatever. What's going on, everybody? What's up, MKCL? What's going on? I know nobody expected me to be on. I was chilling and had a long week, and Easter's tomorrow. A little bunny day. Hippity hoppity day. So, I don't know. I felt like getting on for a little while. Talking. Maybe I'll do some auction. Maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I gotta do. Look at me. I haven't shaved in 3 days and I don't care. I don't know what's going on with these cases. There's something on it. So what are you guys up to anyway? No good? Getting ready for Esther Day? The Fertility God Day? Or Easter Day? Oh, man. Well, I said it was going to rain today, so I said, well, I'll do inside things, you know? So I cleaned my shop. Don't faint. Don't fall on the floor. Don't pass out. I actually semi-cleaned my shop. And you know what? It didn't rain. Actually, it was partly cloudy. I'm like, only when I plan my days like that, I say, oh yeah, I'll just chill out. Of course, it needed it, right? I mean, the shop needed cleaning. Let's just face the fact. I make messes. I don't know how these guys keep their shops spick and span and crystal clean, unless they're just props. They got somebody cleaning it, or they really never get shit done. Because mine's always trashed, right? Any place that I am in, that I'm doing something, I trash it. My guitar room looks rough. I got I got stuff I haven't opened up in, I don't know, even a year. I got, I do so many things that I got sidetracked with this whole kitchen thing, building everything. Thank God the building part's pretty much done. Is the list done? No, the list just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah. But at least the kitchen building part is done. If that makes any sense to you. So what are you cooking anyway? Anything good? Cooking anything delish? I forgot my stickers. Oh well. Prime rib roast. But not eat too much of that. That'll back you up. And I don't think a fishing hook and fishing line is going to get it out. You'll need one of them 5-ton tow chains with a big hook. So don't eat too much of that. I really don't eat a lot of that kind of stuff. I like it, but I just don't usually eat a lot of it. Prime rib roast, garlic mashed potatoes, asparagus, hot buns. Oh yeah. Hot pie with vanilla ice cream on top. Okay, I'll stop now. I won't aggravate myself any further. Oh, just the opposite? Cha cha cha. Ooh, the skadoodles. Oh man, and you get those big cramps. Oh, ain't nothing worse than you're laying there and everything's good to go, and all of a sudden you get that big cramp. And it leans you over, and you're like, oh, and you don't know if it's a gas bubble or the shadoodles. Oh, I don't like thinking about it. You shadoodle and you scaddle. Yeah, cha cha cha. I hate it when you go to the bathroom, right? And you know soon to get somewhere, and then you gotta go right back to the bathroom. I mean, I don't know if your butt cheeks get scared sitting down or what it is, but it's like, really? You couldn't have done that like just 5 minutes ago? You gotta wait until I get all the way downstairs. I have this thing with coffee, right? So when I get up in the morning, I don't know how people need laxative because if I drink coffee in the morning, in about 15 minutes, man, I'm hitting the head. It's taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. Oh my God. There's a lot of truth to that, let me tell you. Oh man. Did you see my video I did today? I didn't know if you've seen it or not. Got a little blues going on tonight. Yeah, this box. Nice. Believe it or not, it's more challenging to me to make a little box than it is to make a big box. Why that is, God only knows. I have no clue, but that's the facts of the matter. So is everybody home? Everybody safe? Shit. What did I just do? Oh. Getting down with the blues. Do, 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 do. I'm losing it. I'm gonna have to start another one. I have to build another box for the spider I need to put up. Well, I got one, but I don't think it's gonna be big enough. So I'm like, yeah, probably not. I got all kinds of stuff, Patty. You would You never know with us. If you've never been here before, you never know what you're going to get on this channel. Well, what is this? 70. I've been collecting Morgan silver dollars since I was a little boy. So mostly I do a lot of Morgans and, silver rounds and American silver eagles. Have you ever been here before, Patty? Have you ever been here before? I usually do auctions. Where's my channel is made up a lot of my family and friends, and sometimes we sit there and just when I'm auctioning them, I like to look at them. I'm not trying to find things that ain't there. I'm trying to see the things that are there. And sometimes it's just things that are already, graded from AN, ANAC, NGC, PCGS, stuff like that. We look it up. Okay, well, welcome. I'm Pastor Bob. Yes, I'm a real pastor. Well, at least I like to think so most days. Am I your typical pastor? Probably not. Am I a real ordained minister? Yes. I've been a minister for a long time. I just, I like to be a realist. But, we don't get into big discussions about it. We just kind of laid back. We got another channel it's already been created. We just haven't had the time yet to really invest in what we're going to do there. So, but here on this channel, I'm an avid guitar collector. I've been collecting guitars for many years. I studied under a master luthier when I was in Germany in the 80s. And I've been building and fixing guitars for many years. I do that, and as you can see, I collect stereos. I have a stereo shop down here. I don't do it as a business. I just like to do it. Keep myself busy. So, keeps me happy. I enjoy it. What's up, Dawn? What's up, Arnie? Live long and prosperous. Yeah. Nano. You know that dude? Avery Bucks. Yeah, I'm a Trekkie. Don't tell anybody. Oh my God. They'll think I'm sacrilegious. Like I really care. Do you know Andy Graham, otherwise known as Carnage Plucked Lip, Puckered Lip? Hi, Channing. No, I don't. No. Doesn't ring a bell. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Channing? I'm not familiar with the name. We've had this YouTube channel for, well, a couple of years now. Actually, I started this YouTube channel on a bet. Believe it or not. Most don't want to tell you probably an MKCL. This guy told me that I was a bullshitter. That I didn't have all these guitars that I said I had, right? And I said, I really do have a lot of guitars, which you don't see in this room. But in my music room, I don't know, I own over 100 guitars. I said, well, I'll bet you I do. And it aggravated me so much. And I don't know why I let it aggravate me. Because, I mean, I know what I got, right? I had to prove it. So I started the YouTube channel. And I proved it to him. He was like, I can't believe. He says, do you own a music store? I said, no, this is my collection. He's like, I guess I lost that bet, huh? I said, yeah, you can pay up. Don't worry, PayPal never sleeps. Pretty much it. But yeah, that's what we do. So, what am I selling? Well, I have random stuff. I mean, I mostly sell Morgan silver dollars, American silver eagles, collectible rounds from the U.S. Mint, things like that. And, you know, all my stuff's checked out, so you don't have to worry about it. Anybody that knows me knows that, you know, I'm a little bit anal retentive when it comes to checking out my silver, especially these days. I've been dealing with the same dealers for buku years, you know. So I'm not one of those kind of guys that goes to flea market or yard sale specifically for my coin collection. And you guys never been here before, I'll show you my collection. Well, part of my collection. What's the largest Morgan silver dollar collection that you've seen that somebody has? Have you seen? Have you seen a lot? I mean, a regular guy. Have you seen a Morgan collection? Channy and Arnie and Patty, have you seen my Morgan collection? What's up, Robert? Yours, Robert? You got a big one, huh? I'd like to see it. That'd be cool. I'll show you mine. I'll show you, well, part of mine. So, in here, in this collection, there's 155 Morgan silver dollars from Philadelphia, New Orleans, Carson City, you name it. From 1878 to 2021. There's a load of them. And there's also a couple of there's also a few peace dollars in there. I have all peace dollars, yes, even 1921. So I have quite the collection there. And, you know, I have more. Some of them I don't, I mean, they're not here. And up here on this wall, what, that back there? How much is that case worth? Oh, well over $20,000 in there. Yeah, there's well over $20,000 in coins in there. But, you know, I started recollecting about 15 or 16 years ago. I started recollecting my Morgan collection. At one time, I had all pretty much high AU and all mint state Morgan silver dollars. I had a beautiful collection. And you know, like some of us, we all run into a little bit of bumps in the road along our way, you know. And I had to sell it. Today, that collection would probably be well worth over, you know, $150,000, $200,000. Easy today. And, people say to me, does it sicken you? Does it make you sick to your stomach? Well, look, when you have collections, you do them for different reasons, right? And all except for two of those coins back in the day, one which my son has and the other one which I still have. When I sold them all, they served a purpose for me. So I had, many years of enjoying collecting them, but there come a time where they had to serve a purpose for me. And that purpose was, well, to help me out. And they did that. So some of them coins I probably, they're just unreachable, right? You're talking, $5,000 to, $25,000. Some coins can be today, your 1895 S's, in a mint state. They can be very expensive. Actually, Patty, those in there, this collection isn't for that. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to put them in a different case once I figured that I have them, and then talk to the state in which I reside and put them in a museum. Or if I'm going to get with Children's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, and maybe I'll put it on loan and display for the children, because I have a daughter that's handicapped. She's been in the hospital her whole life. So I may do that. And then, that way other people can enjoy looking at them, because collections the size of mine, in any, condition, are becoming very rare. Very, very rare. Sometimes I even, like last week, MKCL. What's up, Jack? MKCL, who's in the chat, she picked up a coin that was really rare. Really rare. Had a lot of varieties on it, a lot of VAMs. People say, well, why don't you just keep that stuff for yourself? Well, we are friends and we're family here. We don't, I know where the coin's at. I know who owns the coin. It's not like, and if you can't share in your, in your collecting, then what's the sense in it, But I would never sell this collection unless I was in dire need of the money, and it was something very, very important. I wouldn't do it again, because I'm going to tell you, I doubt very highly that you're going to get every coin that's in my collection. That's the problem, hunting them down, I mean, Morgan's today is, $65 and up. And we're talking, you might be able to find crappy ones that have really no meaning for $40 or $50, But I mean, it's becoming unreachable. And it's only going to go up and up and up in the years to come. So, I learned my lesson, even though it served its purpose that I had to sell my other collection. Most of those coins, not in the same grades, of course, I do have. I'm actually missing, probably about 35 or 40 coins, somewhere around there, because there's a lot of Morgans to collect, There's dates and mint marks and, varieties. So, it can get very extensive depending on the type of collection. Like, I'll show you this collection. This is my American Silver Eagle collection from 1986, all the way current. And they're all in MS69 or better, right? Now, a collection like this, well, depending on whether you got proof ones or not, which I do have proofs and proof sets, as reverse proofs, but these are a little more attainable than your Morgan silver dollars are. So, there's a big difference, but I have both. And then, something to pass on to my family members later on down the line, They'll have something, they'll see a little bit about me. Maybe I'm not around to tell my stories except for maybe videos. In which case, this case or the other one? Well, that case. That case or this case? Oh, my whole collection? Oh, I don't know. I have no clue. You really, um, I have no clue. I really don't. And to me, I guess it really, the value of something is different for each and every individual, right? I value looking at them. And, you know, what did they do different? Did they do anything different that year? You know, how much did the dyes change, right? Did they have a dye problem, right? Was there a low mintage of it? Those things, mean more to me um, than what its monetary worth is. I mean, who knows? You know, I think that people people who really collect, you have people who collect for hedging, right? So, in other words, in times of despair, right? When stock market crashes, everything goes to crap. They're stackers, right? So they stack coins, and there's different stackers. Some stack, silver dollars. Some stack constitutional silver. Some do it this way, for preserving the coin. I mean, there's just all kinds of different ways that people stack. So, could I give an estimate? No, I have no clue. I have, I can't even tell you. I don't know. Um, I could tell you that my guitar collection is, trust me, they'll tell you, anybody that knows me on this channel, and there's quite a few people in here that'll tell you, my guitar collection is up there too. Now, my guitar collection is probably worth, I don't know, $75,000-$100,000. My guitar collection, my music room alone, my music gear. But you got to understand, I didn't just start collecting that yesterday. I started collecting guitars and fixing them and building them, you know, years and years and years ago. So if you was to break it all down, I spent a few $1,000s a year over several years, 25 years. Well, my son is, let's see, he's 30, he'll be 31. So, and I've been collecting as long as he's been alive. So, when before he was alive, guitars. So, it makes sense. Happy Easter weekend. But I have quite a collection. People know who I am. I'm ex-military, so I don't worry about my collection. I'm actually in a vault room that I built, so I don't worry about it too much. I mean, if I was somebody trying to break in here, I'd be worried about it. They probably would never make it out. That's all I got to say. They get in, but they wouldn't get out. It'd be bad for them. And that is the truth. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, to have a true register set's going to cost you a lot of money, especially in all mint state. I mean, it's people don't understand. It's not whether you can. With Morgan's, it's about the hunt of it, and can you get it? And if you can, it's going to cost you exponential amounts of money to have it, right? Now you might be able to get something in a, cull state, which is absolutely fine because there's different collectors for different levels. Even I seen a cull collection, right? an about good collection. The guy had all about goods. He didn't have, you know, anything over about goods. That's all he wanted because that's where he could collect and afford. But his set's worth a lot of money too. You know, easily $20,000, easily. But you got to do by your means. $230,000 is, people say, oh, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But I've held a coin in my hand that was $500,000. So, I mean, one coin. People don't realize that. So, yeah. I mean, I think the hardest coins to obtain are the, really nice ones in the 1890 series, right? Especially 1895s. You got your 1900s. The 1900 over Carson City in Mint State, in a high Mint State, MS 64, 65. That's going to cost you a lot of money. See, people only think of the 1895 because it's the king of, Morgans. But, there's some there's Morgan dollars that are worth big, 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 big dollars, I mean, don't get sidetracked because sometimes people will sidetrack you with this coin and they don't think that this coin is worth a lot. And this coin can be worth more than that one, I mean, there's a lot to it. Yeah. MS-64, that's quite the collection. I mean, my collection was really nice, but, I had a lot of, AUs in my Morgan silver dollar collection. But we're talking, 16 years back. And I had to do what I had to do. I mean, today, easy, $150,000, $200,000 for that collection. But you got to do what you got to do. When times come and the hard times come and you got to get rid of it, you got to do what you got to do. That's why you save, right? That's why you collect. That's why you invest. So it served its purpose. I have another one. And I said that if I ever had to sell this collection, I would never try it again. Because there's not enough life left in me, to be able to do that again. There's not. I can't. I mean, I don't have enough time left here, I don't think. Not the way that the collectors are. I mean, and if I did, it would cost me so much money that I'd never be able to afford it. So, yeah. So people who have large Morgan collections, they know. They know in their heart, either you wouldn't have the money to redo it because you're in that certain situation where you had to sell it, or you wouldn't have enough time to find them all. So. Working on a 1992 Carson City. Very nice. Oh, you got a honeydew list. Oh my God. I got I sent some coins off to ANAC and some silver dollars, and I'm going to auction some of them off tonight. This is kind of off a whim that I'm having an auction tonight, but only because I gave to two families, and from what we made from another auction. You started in 1975? Yeah. Well, I actually started in, let's see, 1971 is when I first started my collection, if you want to call it that. And then it just became this, I don't know. I just have a passion with Morgans, right? I mean, I have a Morgan ring that I'm not wearing now, but I have a Morgan ring that I wear most of the time. I have a Morgan necklace. I have Morgan this, Morgan. I just love the coin, But I like the American Silver Eagle. But I'm going to be honest with you, and it's not an insult to anybody because I have a collection. Okay, whoop, I have the collection, right? No insult, but I don't think the American Silver Eagle is as beautiful of a coin, you know, as you know, this 1900 over Carson City. I just don't, I don't I don't think they stand aside each other. And for me, it's not about um the grade of the coin. It has to have an eye appeal, right? That's really a big thing when you're grading. It has to do with that eye appeal, right? It has to, attract itself to you. I mean, it goes beyond a grade thing with me. I'm not stuck on the whole gotta be mint state thing. I'm just not that kind. I got rainbows in there, full rainbows and half moons that are $500, $600, $700. Okay. And people try to copy what those look like. And I sold, years ago, I sold some that well over $3,000 or $4,000 a piece. So it really has to do with you. Those special coins with that full rainbow color. I mean, oh man, or the whole golden one. I had one that looked gold on both sides. I swear, you'd swear it was like 10 karat gold. And a guy had to have it. So he had to have it, and he had 4 or 5 coins in his collection that I wanted. So I did the math, and I said, well, if you want it, then we need to trade. And that's what we did. So. Your wife has an issue? Why? She need a new car? I tell you what, Marion, she don't look. She she respects me in my coin collections. And this is not, I mean, to be honest with you, they are pretty much our collection. I mean, most of the money was my money, but you know how that works, right? But she respects the coins. She doesn't know as much about them as I do, but she respects what I do. Just like my guitars. She understands, you know, hey, Bob, do yourself a favor and go watch my videos on me building a kitchen. I get it, okay? I just got done building my kitchen, okay? I did it all myself. You can go on my channel if you're not subscribed and check it out. I just built the whole new kitchen. I get it, bro. Just build the kitchen, okay? You can do it. That's what I did. I built her a kitchen. She absolutely loves it, okay? It's about 85% finished. I still have to. Oh, you did watch it? Yeah. So, hey, you might spend, well, I mean, I got stuff on sale, but and if you don't have the tools, that might hurt you, right? I mean, let's just face it. I mean, I have the tools. I have the experience of doing it many times. I worked for, several different construction companies. I worked for the Amish in Grayville, Indiana for, several years. So, I mean, I have the experience of doing it. But I think anybody can do it if they take their time. Say, hey, you want a new kitchen? I'll build you a new kitchen. Because new kitchen today is going to cost you, well, depending on what you want, 15, 25,000, 30,000. I mean, sky's the limit, I suppose, I mean, if you want, imported Italian marble or something, goodbye collection. But you could do it, Say, hey, babe, you know what? You really want that kitchen? I'll build you the kitchen. What bids are we running tonight? I don't know. I'll put something up. You bought Miss Debbie a new 8x10 outdoor rug for patio today. My collection is safe for another 24 hours. You're a trip, Dove. Hey, my collection's safe. You know why? Because I'm working it out. Okay. I'm still working it out. No matter what way you look at it, I'm working it out. But see, my problem is I have a knife collection, I have a guitar collection, I have a coin collection, I have a stereo collection. I mean, look at my stereos. I mean, I got Marantz and JVC and Pioneer, I mean, like, I got this problem with collecting. What can I say? How much money to twerk? Ooh, I don't know. Might cost you some bucks. I'm feeling a little stapled between the cheeks tonight. I did a lot of walking. Got a little rash going on, so I don't know if I can tweak very well tonight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I have that. That's a good collection, too. Yeah. That's a whole different, my Second Amendment collection. That's the one that worries people because, I'm never without one. I'm always within 6 feet of one, so. If it was legal, I'd have a blasting cap collection, deck cord collection, time fuse collection, grenade collection, tank collection. I don't know about the tank. I don't think Mary would go for the tank collection, but I got a go-kart collection. I mean, I got a problem. I do. You don't want me to twerk? I don't have a big fat belly anymore, so I might look sexual. Look, I twerk for myself in the morning in the mirror, and I said, God, you're a good-looking guy. Give myself a kiss on the mirror. You guys ever done that? So I said, look, how can you love anybody else if you don't love yourself, right? Anyway, if you guys have never been to my auctions before, this is how it works. PayPal, right? Or GPay. Pretty simple and easy. If you're new, don't get out of control. Okay? If you don't, I usually expect, payment right after the auction. If you haven't been here for a while, okay, you're not a part of the family. Pretty simple and easy. If you want insurance, you got to tell me you want insurance. I use whatever carrier. Most of the time I use USPS, so when I do, you want to have it insured. And believe me, my coins feel like armored tanks when they come to you because I wrap the crap out of them, right? So it isn't, it accidentally got a rip in it. It's like going through a fortress. So if you wonder why shipping is, what it is, it's because I put a lot of tape on stuff. I don't want it falling out. Okay? So if somebody wants to steal something, they're going to be real aggravated by the time they get to whatever's in that package. Let me tell you. And if you don't believe me, you can ask those people right there in the chat. They will tell you. It's probably one of the most aggravating things that you'll have to deal with that week when you get a package from me. People say, well, why you do that? Well, because sometimes it isn't us that you can't trust. It's the rest of the world. Sometimes there's people out there just dishonest. That's just the way it is, right? So, and everything's real. And tonight, 20 minutes with a scalpel. Tonight I have a couple of Morgans and I have a few. Actually, I have a lot that I could do, but I don't want to stay up all night. But I got some American Silver Eagles, and they're all graded at different grades. And the reason why is because some people, they collect MS-68, so they'll collect MS-67s, or they'll collect, MS-69 nines or 70s or whatever, right? So you got to diversify yourself when you got stuff like I have and bring it to the channel. So, with that being said, here's the rules. Dove is one of my moderators, whether you know that or not. He is a moderator. You'll see those people. They don't, they're really nice people, but try to keep it to a coup, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot of people who invest in this channel. And what I mean by investing is sometimes they give giveaways for people, during the holiday seasons. They're constantly contributing. They buy things all the time. Or behind the scenes, the camera, they're vested in me, meaning that they help me to buy certain items or gifts or giveaways and things like that. So just want to let you guys know that. I don't do it all the time, usually just once a month, unless it's the holiday season. And because anything that I make up and above beyond what my cost is, I usually give it to charities or families, in the community to help them out during these tough times. And unfortunately, there's a lot of tough times, But let's face it, some people have tough times because they don't want to get off of their Rumpelstiltskin and, make it a better time. I'm sure we can agree on that. So, that being said, I got some American Silver Eagles. Now, here's the strange thing. I look at some of these coins and I'm like, I do not even see where there was a problem. Whatever, but, it is what it is. So, here's the first coin. So, if you're not registered, if you look, my email's down there. Shoot me an email. Okay? Just shoot me a quick email. RevRobertCornell@gmail.com. RevRobertCornell@gmail.com. Make sure that I have your information. If you send me information, it goes in the black book. Black book is in a safe. That's just the way it is. Okay? Nobody gets that information. I don't sell people's information. I don't give people information. People can't contact me for your information because I don't give information out unless I verbally have your permission or written permission from you. I don't do that. I'm not into all that crap. I'm just a simple guy. I'm a pastor, and I don't play those games. Okay? I'm just a regular dude, right? Just like you guys. I don't put myself on a big pedestal and say, look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay? I'm just a regular dude. Okay? I do this to give some education, to give people a chance to collect some things. Sometimes I throw some odd stuff out there, Hell, I'm always learning too. So, we're all in this game together. You'll see I have some odd things. So, prepare yourself. So, I'm going to start out with I don't know what I'm starting out with. I'm going to start out by getting a piece of paper now. That's what I'm going to start out with. Everybody all set for Happy Bunny Day or Glad Jesus Rose from the Dead Day or the Fertility God Day, right? I'm just trying to cover all my bases here. All righty. Let's see. Which one do we want to do here? I think we'll do Oddly enough, I think they were mean to me at ANAC this when I sent these in. So hey, what's up, Robinson? All right, let me get you down. We're flipping cameras. I put it up there. Hey, what's up, CLM gang? What's going on? Let me take you all in for a ride. So first coin up, MS67, 2010. Nice coin. If you're looking to collect one for your little collection. It's authenticated. It's a real deal. How do I know that? Because I sent it in. That's why. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got. Let's see. Let's see. How's everybody doing? I'm not going to do a whole lot of them tonight, but let me zone out a little bit so you guys can see the whole picture. The whole damn thing. Oops. God, you guys getting sick to your stomach yet? There you go. 2010, Mint State 67, American Silver Eagle. Funny enough, I don't know what's going on with the 2010, but I'm going to show you here in a minute. Let's see. I got two of them I sent out, and they both came back 67s, and I don't quite understand what was up with ANAC, but apparently, and I looked at them, and I don't see how them are MS67, so if you think the grade is higher, you might want to crack a lacquer and send it off to NGC or PCGS. But I didn't see it, except for maybe a little thing, something up there, which looked more like dust or something. I don't know. But anyway, so there you go. As you starting bid, have at it. Rock and roll. So how's everybody doing? Everybody all ready for tomorrow? Gonna have a Easter ham? Oh, people say, oh, that's so sacrilegious eating ham on Easter. Why? Do you want to make it sacrilegious? I mean, it's food, right? Doesn't bother you any other day of the week. What do you think? He doesn't know what in your heart that you're craving a BLT sandwich or, bacon and eggs with toast on Sunday morning? Look, he already knows, man. So, look, if you thank him for it, then dig in. That's what I say. Just like that. Give me a second. Oh my God. This is Pastor Bob. Guess what? I'm online. Thank you for finding my phone. We'll see you. Bye now. Oh my God. No. Da 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 da. Oh man, what the heck? Something in it. All right. No bitters, huh? Is it a pass? If it's a pass, then we'll just pass. And we'll move it. Well, actually, I'm going to do it like this. We'll find out. Da 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 da. Boom. Do 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 do. 'Kay, looks like we got a pass. Alrighty, pass on the first auction. So, those two are out. Okay. Two. Ooh, we got some glare going on here. Let's see if we can get this baby up here like this. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm going to have to stack it up on something because it's pretty apparent you're not going to see it. There we go. Do, 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 do. Let's take this out of this plastic. Da 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 da. There we go. Well, you guys can see this. This is a 2021 Dodge coin. 39 silver. Silver, silver, silver. Let's see. 2. And this is 2021. There we go. I'll show you guys the other side. Let me scan in here a little bit. Bring it in. There we go. Well, you guys can see him. Flip it over on the other side. You guys can see this. 1 troy ounce. Dodge coin to the moon, BitPay. go. She's silver. She's silver. Dodgy doggy. There you go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't even know what we're eating for dinner tomorrow. I guess I have to wait until tomorrow. I think my son said that he might come over. Hopefully it's a nice day. Have a little barbecue. That'll be nice. Have a little barbecue. He was talking about something about steaks or something, which is fine. I mean, that's just fine. You know, having some steak. Nothing wrong with having a little steak. I might even wrap up some potatoes. Put some potato on that grill. I like barbecued asparagus too. Mary does that. Which I like. Kind of fun. Well, I found my other Copenhagen can anyway. Wow, that's a weird song. Have I heard that song before? Kind of strange. All right. We will put a brand up. Oh, pass on the second auction. Cool. Do 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 do. What's that guy doing? I have no clue. No. Sunshine me. Now, in the middle of this guy right here, oops, if you look, this is a security mark. So Sunshine Mint does that. Now, whether you guys realize, Sunshine Mint, along with, I think there's like 7 or 8 different mints in the United States that the U.S. Mint gets their planchets from for making, their American Silver Eagle and whatever else they make. So I didn't know if you guys knew that. Just kind of a little update from the old Rev Win. I don't know what I was doing this week. Oh, I know what I got to do this week. Wait until you see the video that I'm going to be bringing out. You're going to love this one. I got a little bit of a different video I'm going to be doing this week, which ought to be interesting. I'm sure you all will enjoy it. It ought to be, well, I'm not going to give it away, but it'll be interesting, to say the least. Sunshine Mint, Sunshine Mint, Sunshine Mint, Sunshine Mint. All right, here we go. Bring it up. Boom, bam. Bam, 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 bam.
5, 4, 3,
That.
1, 0.
Beep, 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 beep. Woo! Hot mic, hot mic. Hot mic. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a good song. I don't know who wrote it, but I like it. Oh, that one looks weird. All right, there you go. This is 35th anniversary of the Korean War, 1953 to 1991. 90% silver. I don't know if you guys ever seen these or not. I see a whole lot of them. So there you go. Pretty nice looking coin. Something nice to collect if you're into war memorabilia and maybe get into war commemorative coins. It's something cool. Or maybe you know someone that's still alive that served in the Korean War. My step grandpa, he served in the Korean War in the Marine Corps. So he had some stories. He didn't tell too many, but it was interesting. It was a very strange war for sure, I guess. A bloody one. Absolutely. It was bloody. Bloody bad, too. You know, you hear a lot about Vietnam. You hear about Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Afghanistan, World War II, World War One, but you really don't hear a whole lot, it seems, on the Korean War. And it was bloody bad, from what my grandpa told me. I mean, he was saying they got down to bayonets, so, which was kind of strange. Oh, we got a bid. CLM Kit 35, thank you for your bid. But he told me that it was something else. And I was like, well, he says, I hope you never have to see war. Yeah, right. Thanks, Grant. Appreciate it. And I got thrown right into it. You know, your dad was in the Korean War? Well, yeah, Gramp said it was a bloody mess. They got down to bayonets, and he said it was crazy. He said it was absolutely nuts. I mean, back in those days, they did things a lot differently than technology today. I mean, technology today, a guy can sit home with his feet up on a computer and be at war. It's a whole different world. I guess as Putin's seeing himself over there in Russia. Yeah, most people don't talk about it. I mean, what's there to talk about when you're in war? I mean, I have a few war stories, but I just don't really get into it. I'm not into that thing. I don't like to talk about what I did. I just, I don't see the reason why people want to know. I leave my skeletons in their closet. They're better off in the closet, That's just how I see it. Booyah! Like they say, some things are better off not said.
5, 4, 3.
I mean, when you go through, that type of trauma, who really wants to talk about it? I know. So I'll tell my son or my brother a little story about when I was in the military, but I don't really like to talk about war. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate your bid. Congratulations. Yeah, I don't know. Some people, they like being braggers and brag about their war and they killed 40,000 people and, whatever else. Got 14,000 Purple Hearts and the Congressional Medal of Honor and, 45,962 Bronze Stars and Silver Stars and, uh, you know, I don't know. I'm just not into all of that. That's all. It's not my gig. You know, my grandfather Burdick used to say, "What is there to say? What do I really have to say? Well, you want to know about blood and guts and all that stuff for what? You're never going to know what the feeling's like." He says, "You can't understand what it's like." And then finally he told me a story when I come back from combat. He says, "Rab, you don't know what it's like being on a boat and looking out and seeing nothing but red. All the water was red. Red. Watching from a boat, people just getting mowed down." He says it really wasn't a fight. He says it was crazy. My great uncle Allie, he was a ranger, and when he come back, he had a plate in his head, plates in his shoulder and his back. I mean, he got messed up bad. And he goes, "You want to know what war is? Just look at me." He says, "And I think I don't need to explain it to you." And I was a little boy at the time. And I still remember him saying that. He says, "If you want a war story, just look at me." He says, "Because I'm living proof of war stories." I seen his Purple Heart that he got. He was a real deal. I mean, on another level. Uh, well, we're glad that you're back in Florida. Well, would be happier if you was in New England. You know what I mean? Would be happier if you was in New England. Yeah, it's like all of the people in my family, which is a lot of people, by the way, that served in the military, in combat, that is, which is quite a few. I don't even know. I mean, I could trace it back many years. I could trace it all the way back to the Knights Templars. And that's a fact. Through my different family lines, I can trace it all the way back to the Templars. Um, but physical things to prove it. My great 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 grandfather was a sergeant in the American Revolutionary War. So, ever since then, we can track just everybody. But prior to that, just here and there, bits and pieces. But, it's not as easy as people think it is. There's a difference between some of them guys that got drafted in and probably really didn't want to go, but they went anyway. And guys who volunteered for the military service and then went. It's different. There is a big difference between being prepared, really prepared, for as much as you can be before you go to war, with training and skills, and just being thrown into the fire, you know. That's what I say. You know. It's like people asked me this week, what do you think about what's going on in Ukraine? I said, I don't know. I'm not in Ukraine. I mean, I see pictures of war and stuff, but wars have been going on for thousands of years. Do I think it's stupidity? Do I think it can be over very fast? Yes, I do. Do I think Putin keep warning the United States to stay out of it and don't send arms and stuff? Don't threaten us. Do not threaten us. When somebody is a real badass and he's proven badass, and you know that he can kick your ass, don't be shooting pins at the eagle when it's flying. Because one thing about an eagle, when it's hungry, it'll go after whatever it wants to eat. So you better mind his P's and Q's. Because it's not the president you really got to worry about. It's Congress. Them are the people who set the rules of war, and those generals. It ain't really the president. Oh, yeah, they call him the commander-in-chief, but let me tell you what. Don't think that Congress can't pull the mat out from underneath the president. Don't think that those generals can't do it, because they can. You better know it. They can. Because most presidents, they've never knocked boots. It ain't like the presidents of today, like Eisenhower, a 5-star general. He was a real general, a real hardened war soldier, okay? That's a different type of president, right? He knows war. He knew war. He knew what was going on and how to make things happen, when it was right to do it and when it wasn't right. So, different world. It ain't like, Biden, who wears the pens, don't know which ends up. All he does is read a screen. Total embarrassment to our country, to be honest with you. Whatever happened to real cool presidents? Like, look at Reagan. Reagan, he wasn't a war-hardened soldier, but he was a good president. It was all right, I studied the Reagan legacy in college, so, I thought he was a pretty good president. There's a lot of great presidents. I'm just saying. I'm just baffling off at the lips, but presidents today, even Trump, he ain't never been in no camis. How the hell he know what war's about? He's just a big shit talker with a lot of money that he borrowed some money to get it done. And how many times did he go in the hole? Look. I mean, I think we'd probably be better off with him, but I mean, we got to choose between two evils. Where is a good president? Where is a real man to stand up to the plate, right? And to make real conscientious decisions, right? And to lead a great nation further into greatness. Whatever happened to him? Now it's like they're casting lots to see who's going to be in next, who's got the most money to be in the presidency. That's bullshit. It shouldn't be like that. And it's our fault because we don't stand up to the plate and say something. I talk to people about it all the time. It just pisses me off. It really does. And I have the right to say something. Not just as a citizen, but somebody who defended this nation. It just pisses me off. No balls. Nobody's got any balls anymore. Oh, a bunch of candy asses. I don't get it. I really don't. You know, my brothers and sisters are out there risking their life and limb for a bunch of retards playing a friggin' game. It's stupid. It really is. Dumb. Real dumb. I don't know. I'm on my high horse, if you can tell. And I get pessy about it. That's why I don't usually talk about it. But sometimes I just got to get it out, man. It bothers me. Oh, I can't believe Pastor Bob's talking like that. Well, you better believe it. And I have the right to. You know, just a bunch of bullshit. You know? I hear people talk all kinds of crap all the time, right? And, you know, as a minister, most of the time, if the people I know, I just blow it out because all they are is a bunch of hot gas, right? Whatever. But when I look at the media today, I'm like, I don't get it. You know, I watched President Zelensky on an interview, right? And I'm good at reading faces and expressions, right? And he's truly worried. He's really going through it. He's going to be a war-hardened president, right? He's in the trenches. He's a different kind of guy. Now, look, he ain't no Jesus, but, you know, you got to hand it to the guy. You know, that's some tough stuff. Granted, I'll tell you what, he's been doing a pretty good job. His people, I got my hats off to him. You know, they've been doing a good job. Got to hand it to them. Now, if you don't think there ain't some ex-military men from different nations over there assisting them, you can bet there is. You can bet there's some war-hardened veterans on the ground in Afghanistan, right? And over there in Ukraine, still today, war-hardened. They're still in those two places, and they're still working to try to do the best for those two nations. Don't think that Afghanistan's over with, because it ain't. Just like Iraq. You think Iraq's over with? No, they're still doing stuff over in Iraq. I mean, it's just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean there's not stuff going on. There's stuff going on all over the world, but you don't hear about it. You know? It's crazy. It really is. Just because it ain't on the news don't mean it ain't still happening. You know, I got buddies that are still in the military, and they're like, it's crazy. Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it ain't going on. You know? I don't know. All I got to say, if there wasn't for good women and men in this world who still understand what the word freedom means, some people don't understand it because they take advantage of it, right? They take it for granted, what they've always been born into, but they don't understand the sacrifice. And when it's time for them to sacrifice, oh, you mean I got to do that? So that I can talk freely and do all this stuff? Yeah. Have you ever been to a nation that doesn't have that stuff? Look, let me tell you something. Try going to Egypt. You want to see a stunner? Go to Egypt as a tourist. They will put a camera up your anal cavity to make sure you ain't got nothing. And if they want it, whether it's an illegal item or not, they'll make it illegal. And they'll put so much green tape on you that you'll be lucky if you get it back. I'm serious. Egypt is just one of those nations. And I say, people who do that kind of stuff have something to hide. They're hiding something. and they're preying on people who actually, what I think it's like 21% of Egypt's gross income comes from tourism, and they treat people like that. Don't think they don't, because they do. So, people ask me, oh, don't you want to take a trip to Egypt? No, I don't. I got two places that I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Israel again. I know it sounds crazy, right? But I'd like to go to Israel again. And I like to go to the Grand Canyon. But I have two reasons for going. Not just a trip. I have two reasons, personal reasons, that I want to go to those two places. What's up? What's up, Dan? I see my brother popped in here. Everybody know my brother, Killer Coiler? Yeah. I don't know. I get on my high horse about things. I think it was last week or the week before last. Some guy says, "Oh, he was never in the military." I go, "Did you fall down and bump your friggin' head? Are you that stupid?" Oh, something about stolen valor. I said, "You can kiss my ass. I never steal nobody's valor. Firstly, if they're alive, you can't steal the valor. Secondly, I don't care what people do on the streets. You got to have a specific lingo that you talk as an ex-military person for whatever your job was, right? You just know. We have our own talk. We have our own rhetoric. Just the way it is, You know where you went, what class. Well, maybe sometimes you don't remember the exact dates because, some people get old and they forget. But, I mean, Jesus. There's just some freaking boneheads out there, man. Really. Unbelievable. Hey, happy Easter, Biggie. What's going on? My auction turned into a rant and rave. You know me. I get pissed off at stupidity and ignorance. I really do. I get mad about it. I really do. I can't stand, when I was growing up here in my great state, my family was hard. I mean, they were hard people, hard asses. I mean, God, But I thank them for that. I get it. I really get it, I get it. And, there's just certain things that you do, I mean, out of all my brothers, myself and my brother Thomas Cornell, my brother's a combat veteran too. He was a military police officer. So out of my brothers, it's just me and my brother Thomas Cornell. That we're both been to combat, and neither one of us are, asshats, And my brother went through some rough stuff too. I mean, I'm not going to say that mine was a cakewalk because it wasn't, but it's just like, but neither one of us, talk about stuff. The only thing that really upsets us is what we see going on in the world. That upsets us because it's like, flipping us the bird, spiting us for everything that we sacrificed. Just pisses me off. I don't know. I get like that. God. Maybe I should go take a nap, huh? Get pissy about shit. My auction turns into a rant. Oh my God. Well, I don't know why I'm getting like that, but I get like that every so often. I don't know. I don't know if it's bad or not to be like that, but I gotta look at this in a different limelight. I picked this up, and I'm not exactly sure. I gotta look at this coin because I'm not, hold your horses. I'm trying to look at this coin, so hold on. Look, here's the thing. Guys in their 50s, like myself, um, and up, understand there needs to be a balance, right? And I've talked to a few of my friends, and we tried to figure out the whole Putin thing. And Putin lived and always, he was a spoiled brat. Okay, he was a scrapper because I don't think he never had his butt whooped because he did. He just he was look. He just had that short guy mentality, right? I'm a short guy too, but I'm just saying, you know. And it seems like he's trying to create some kind of a legacy for himself. And I think all he's doing is, ending up being like the people that I guess um how do I want to say this? Um that he really didn't like the people that you didn't like turn you into the monster that you never wanted to be. And I think that that's what's happening. I mean, this has been going on for a long time. It just all of a sudden just broke out for whatever reason, right? And let's face it, they make a lot of money in the media the longer the war goes on, right? Media loves it. They make all kinds of money off of it, right? It's just war brings money. War makes money. But what gets me is, look, I realize that they need aid and they need assistance. I get it, right? Um, I'm a little. People ask me, well, how do you feel about, you know, the other nations not putting in a no-fly zone? Look, here's the problem, and here's the thing that these other nations need to really think about, and I want you to think about as my friends. Um, everybody's worried about a nuclear war. Um, no. Uh, I'm not so worried about that. Um, because they know what happens. Everybody knows what happens. But when you have something in your banking account and you want to go shopping and you know you have the money to buy it, you can buy it, right? Well, in war, when you know that you have nuclear capability, you can run your trap. But there's going to come to a head. Now, some people say, well, why don't they just give them, certain pieces of land and be done with it? It's not going to stop with him. He wants it all back. And he, as long as people let a bully do that, he's going to get away with it. I think what they need to do is, in the middle of this war, just vote him in. That's right. Let them become a NATO ally. And as soon as they become a NATO ally, Russia will have to stop everything instantly, or they go to war with NATO. And at that moment, the wrath of God would come down upon Russia, and they know it. And if you think that everybody around Putin is going to allow that to happen, they know they will instantly be dealt with on a wrath that the world has not seen. And there's only one nation that has ever been poked like that had to prove to the world we ain't playing. And that's the United States. And Russia knows that. People say, well, ain't you worried about China and Korea? Listen, the Chinese like to make money. They do their thing. Look, I don't agree with the laws, rules, and regulations that govern China. But I don't think that it's going to come to that. North Korea, I'm not worried about them either. Because if they were going to do something, they would have already started. So, with all the BS that's going on in the world today, it'll come to a head. It'll be rectified one way or another. But if you're so fearful, get your shovel out and start digging yourself a bomb shelter. I mean, if it's that bad. But, there's a simple solution to it. It really is. And it's just going to have to go on until that simple solution is dealt with. So, anyway, I'm getting off of my game. I'm going to look at this coin because God knows I could talk about this for a while. And it bothers me. It really does, because, it's the way it is. So let's take a peek at this baby, because I picked this up and I don't know what it is, so I want to see what it is. I am going to look at this. See, what got me is this thing right here. I think I need to bring it in even more. Hold on. I'm really trying to understand this part right here. It really don't look like a nick. It's like a cut under its chin. See it? Right there. Look at that dirty old girl. She may be dirty and old, but she's still cute. Now, you know what gets me? Take a look at her face. Oops. You see this here? It's like a little doubling going on right there. See it? See that right there? See that? All right, you too, Dan. Take care. Work hard. Make that money. So there's two little things on this coin that I seen that I thought were interesting. So, pretty interesting. Still not quite understanding that. There's definitely something going on there. I'm not quite sure. What's up, Bait the Hook? Right there. I don't know. It's kind of really, really difficult to see. I'm going to have to take it under my microscope, my different microscope, because I can't really get it. But I seen it and I was like, man, that's strange. And then I seen the front over here. I'm going to have to really take a peek at that. It might just be a shadow. Because I don't see anything else on the coin. But I don't know if there was something else there before. But when I seen this, I was like, that's interesting. And when you put it on different angles, it's just the contour of it, you know. Like some coins, you'll see a V over here. You know, see that right there? See that special mark right there? Some coins have certain things from the dies on it. And it tells about that die, which they know that a coin was actually made from that die. So it's kind of weird, huh? You can also see a little bit down here or something. See it? Right there. Right there. And along these eagle feathers, you see how out here, outside? So I don't know what it would have looked like in its original condition. A little bit down here. Right there. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell now in its current state. Because it's probably about a good coin, somewhere around there. It's an interesting coin. Yeah, and look right there between the 3 and the 8. You see that? I don't know what that is. See, it's right between the 3 and the 8. See it? That is interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Anyway, an interesting coin. I'm not going to put it up for auction, but I definitely wanted to look at it. I thought it was neat. I picked this one up too. This one cost me a freaking arm and a leg. Check this out. I'm going to show you. I'll pull it out of this plastic and show you this coin. Check this out. See the O? See that O? When I tilt it up, you'll see it. This is an O over a CC. That's what they look like. O over a CC. See it? Real deal Holyfield. I've looked at this one. O over a CC. 1880 O MS high I mean this is probably MS60, I would say. An AU. See how the 8 got bashed though? You could tell it happened in the die. See that? You can tell that that's over it. See it? How they minted over it? See how the 8 is and how the O ended up? See how it's over it? You can tell by that 8. But yeah, this is an 1880 O. Yeah, over CC. That's definitely looks like a CC right there to me. I'm still investigating it though. I haven't given my total conclusion yet, but it sure does look like a CC to me. I'm still investigating it though. Still investigating. I haven't made it determine my mind. And then this one. Check this one out. Look at this one. See the CC there? You can see it. See the CC? You can see it right there. You can see the first C. And when they stamped this one, they off-stamped it. See it? You can see the C right there, the first C right there. And how fat it is. Yeah. That's the real deal. You can see that C big as day. This one here, interesting too. I mean, that's a proven one. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind about this one. And this is a 1900 O over CC. Yeah. That's a for real one. I don't have to investigate this one no more. It's definitely there. That was an interesting find too. Hey, what's up, Aunt Free? That was an interesting one. And then I picked this one up too. This is another 1900 O that I picked up. And I got to looking at it, and there's something going on here. I'll show you. Here's what the hell is my thing. There it is right there. Okay, hold on. Whoop. Let me see if I can dial this in a little bit better. There we go. I'll show you. See how that mark is down here? Let me see. Let me show you guys. Oh, man. Let me dim this baby down a little bit darker. Yeah. Change the lighting a little bit. You see this right here? See this mark right here? It's kind of weird. Look at that. He got... tell me that ain't strange. Look. He got his neck. Looked like he's got a noose on him. Look. I mean, pretty obvious it's a gouge mark, but it did look like he got a noose stuck to his head. I thought that was cool. That's why I got it. Looked like the eagle got hung. Sometimes I just buy coins for weird reasons. The hanged eagle. I don't know. I didn't look at the other side. I just put it in there. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the plastic. Look at that. I really didn't see anything else on it, on the coin. You know, that was cool. You can tell that there's a little bit of doubling going on the front of this coin, though. See it right there? Right along the bottom edge. You guys see that? Right there. Right along the hairline. I didn't see much of it up here or anything, but you can definitely see it right along this hairline right here. Nifty. The hung eagle. I gotta name it the hung eagle. Something going on by that S right there. I'm not sure. I have to really look at that. There's definitely something there, though. Interesting specimen, though. That's right. Every piece has a story to tell. That is correct. Every picture tells a story, don't it? I think there's a song like that. I don't know. There's just something about coins that have been circulated and used and minted back then, back in the 1800s, that I don't know. It just has more something to it. You know what I mean? I mean, today they try to make them so perfect, big deal. I mean, granted, they're, the fine line between a 69 and a 70 mint state, there's a big fine line there. Same thing with a proof. But when you get back into your older, Bobbers and Morgans, there's always, if you're looking, the thing that intrigues me is when you can get two of the same year with the VAMs on it, on both coins, that are both in mint state. That's really, really rare, right? Which I have two of them upstairs. in the vault that are that way. I got them both out of a guy got a mint. It was a mint bag, I guess, and a bag from a mint, and I guess they rolled them up or something, and they were both in there together because I had bought it. This is years ago, and I have them both upstairs. They're both in mint state, and they both have the same VAMs on it. And I actually had called a couple of people, and I talked to a guy from NGC, and I explained it to him. He goes, "There's nothing on file for that." So I'm sitting. I said, "Well, the funny thing is I got two that have the same identical marks on them." He goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, they have the same identical VAMs on it." And I told him, what, because on a Morgan, on the obverse and the reverse of a Morgan, there's sectors, 9A, 1A, 2B, whatever, right? And I told him what sectors they were in. And he said, "No, there's nothing for them." He said, "You got two of them?" I said, "Yeah, from this year." And he's like, "Whoa." Because if you want to send them to me, I said, here's my thing about it. If they're the only ones like that, which I would say if there's two like that, then there's got to be three, right? I said, they're rare. And if something happens to them, what am I to do? I mean, how do you put insurance on something like that? So I have yet to send them in. One of these days I may. Yep. Absolutely. Well, somebody messaged me. Oh, what is this? Nothing important. So I just found it to be interesting, those coins. I got where is it? Can't find it. Is this it? Oh. Here's an interesting specimen. Show you guys this one. Maybe I'll auction this one. Let's see. This is an interesting coin. 1888. I love the way that they did the 8 there. See how weird that 8 is? She got some bag marks on it for sure. Got a little rim damage there. That's probably from crashing around against other coins. Now, let me show you guys something. If you look on certain coins, you'll see this little mark. You see this mark right here? See it? See that mark right there? See that mark? Looks like a V. You look on some Morgans, and you might have some in your collections, and you look. That's a die identification mark. I have seen this. As a matter of fact, there's one here. Some of them you'll see triple ones. You might see another one down here. But you look, you'll see that identification mark. So when I look at Morgans, like this one here is 1883. It's 1888. In different years, not just this year, which is in 1888. If you look at different years, you'll see that mark right there. And when I see that mark, I know that coin's real. Just something about that mark. And it has to be a certain way. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes after all these years. I've seen that mark so much. I have some upstairs that have doubles like that. With that mark. And in different years, you'll see that. You'll see that mark right here. So keep your eye out. Sometime when you're looking through your Morgans, take a look at that. Some people miss that and nobody ever talks about it. But you look at that right there, that mark. So check your Morgans out and you'll see that. You'll see that mark right there. Certain ones will have it. And I'm not sure if it's when the die gets so, because dies, they were made by certain people. So, and it wasn't like they made the dies the same way as they do today, But you look in different years and dies, they have that mark. And what I think it is after they stamp so many coins, right? The die gets worn and it does that. It creates that. Because look, even though you have 0.999 silver and 0.900 silver, right? There's different values of silver, but this is a 0.900 silver, right? And the thing that gets me about this mark right here is during its melting process and, being rolled out as silver, right? That mark has to come from the die. It doesn't come from the metal itself. It comes from the die, right? Now, the odd thing about the 1888 is, I'm sure you guys heard of the 1888 Scarface, right? So my question is, and I don't have a Scarface, so I can't compare it to it. But sometime when you're just doing nothing, take a look and see what on the back of the 1888 Scarface, if it has this mark and what mint that came from. Because it's pretty apparent this is a Philly, but the dies, and this one here has something up here too. See it above the eagle's head? Looks like a crown. Do you see that? So this one's kind of odd. But that mark right there on the 1888 Scarface, I'd like to know if it came from Philadelphia or not. Just, it's really intriguing because I don't know if I have. I'm gonna look through my. Here's an 1882S. Let's take a look at the back of this. This is a beautiful coin too, by the way. Now see, this 1882S doesn't have it. See. I think this is an S over an S, but I can't really prove that. See how it doesn't have it in that area? Some of them do. That's a nice one. Huh. That's a mid-state coin for sure. Got a lot of bag marks on it. There you go. But it's pretty obvious that it has this mark. And I noticed that some of my coins have that mark. But pretty neat, huh? Oh, you too, Dawn. Yeah. I'm going to auction this coin. I'm not going to do no more auctions tonight. I think I'll auction this coin, though. Give you a chance to have this in your collection, and then you'll see. There are certain ones. Now, I'm going to go through mine, and I'm going to pull one out. Matter of fact, well, I can't say nothing. I'll keep my mouth shut. But I know that recently, I believe, in the last few auctions, I sold another coin that had a mark like that. I'm almost positive of it. But I'm going to auction this off. I don't know. It's definitely an AU. I think we can all agree on that. I thought it was very odd the way that this 8 showed up. See how that 8 is? I mean, it's a real coin. There's a lot going on. And if you look at this eye right here, see how this goes through the eye? The outline right there. I don't know. I get a little picky with my Morgan sometimes. Look at them lips. Look at them lips. Sweet lips. It is. That's the 1888P. Yes, it is. It's an 1888 Philadelphia. Yep, sure is. That is correct. It's an 1888 Philly. There's another little cut up here, too. That is definitely the identifier. 1888 Philly. She's in really good condition. Well, I tell you what. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start it off at this bid. Probably a crazy price, but because it's Easter. There you go. There you go. I'll start it off. You guys fight it out. You got to understand what the coin is, right? It is an 1888 Philadelphia. So have it out. It's Easter. I pulled it out of my stash. I think I'm pretty close on my grading. I mean, I'm not perfect, but because it's Easter, I figured I'd bring it out. It's a cool little coin to have. There's a few little things on there. Good luck finding one for that cheap these days, So there you go. Why not? It's Easter. I gotta let some of my babies go. Right? That's why I keep a few. Once in a while, I like to pull them out. Let you guys get some goodies. It's a really cool coin. If you don't have one, it'd be great to have it in your collection. Bid on it, because seeing them, they're getting harder to find, and especially in a nice condition like that. And it is nice. I like to have cool things, right? And you know what? I'm going to throw something else in that's not real, because it's Easter. I'm going to put something else in there. And let me bring this up, and I'll show you what it is. I'm going to throw one other thing in on this deal. I mean, you guys already seen the coin, so let me back this out a little bit. I'm going to back the camera out. Now you guys are probably saying, what the hell is he doing? Let me just bring you in on this real quick. I'll show you this one. This is a love with a dove and a rose. I call it the serpent and the dove, because one side says hate and the other side says love. This is not real that I know of, but they cost about $15, $20 when you buy them. I call it the serpent and the dove, and I wrote a little description. As we are taunted every day by the hate and evil of this world, also the Spirit of God has delivered his love to us. So I was going to sell it, but I decided that I'm just going to kick it in with it. It's pretty cool little round. It's not silver that I know of. I think it's plated in silver or something, but it's not real silver. I tested it. So I'm going to kick that in with it. That way you guys can have at it. I'll bring it back up so you can see the coin again. Oops. Yeah. Bring this baby in here and darken it up a little bit. Now you see how I changed the darkness level, and you can still see that mark right there. See it? I'm going to make it really dark, and you can still see that identifier right there by the wreath. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, it's a bipolar coin. So there you go. Now it's really a VAM. It's not a. This here is the other coin I'm just throwing in with it. So bid to your heart's content. It's a really cool. When you shade it like that, you can tell that background has never been touched, right? So that's the way it was struck in the background. That's how you. So when I change, see it? Now you can see all that luster back there, right? And when I flip the coin over, you turn it around, you can still see the luster. I'm trying to show you guys something. So when you see people selling Morgans, if you do that and they darken it like that, you can still see all of that luster back there. It has a certain cloud about it, right? Because when you brighten it, you can still see luster. And it'll pop more. But you can also see it from a dark point. But it's a nice coin. It really is. You had love to hate you? That's funny. Anyways, who's got the high bid on this so far? Dove's at 67. Thank you for your bid. CLMK bid 65. Thank you for your bid. Oh, wait a minute. CMK is at 68. It is a VAM. It's not a fun mark. It is a variety. It's on several different dies, as a matter of fact, from different years. I know that because I have them in my collection, some of them. I have to go through and see if I can find it and show you guys. I can't say anything, but I know that one of you guys had bought a coin in the last few months, I believe, that has that mark on it too. Not all of them have them. So it is a variety, that mark. But I've seen them on different years that where it comes out like that. Matter of fact, I know where two of them are. But you guys want to sell them, and you ain't got thousands of dollars to spend on those two coins, so I ain't even bringing them out. I'll let the cat out of the bag on that. So I can tell you for a fact, that I have some Mint State 64s in my safe that have that mark right there on them. And they are thousands of dollars. I can tell you that. That is a fact. Fact, Jack. So, anyway, high bid $68. Don't be a nice guy, because you probably won't see another one. And if I can, I'd bring you one. But man, I mean, it's like a shit show out there trying to get really good coins that have varieties anymore. Oh, what's up here? Nah, those are the... I still got the 5-year coins. A Scorpio. Hey, I'm talking bad about Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio Libra. I guess I'm a lover and a fighter. I don't know. That's funny. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to hit the button. You guys can fight it out. But be lucky if you don't see it again. What they say, some things you don't pass up. I'll only tell you that one time. You see it down there in the little thing. You get the preview. Sold. There you go. It's sold. Thank you for your bids. I gotta bring myself back up on the main screen. Here we go. There you go. Congratulations. That's a cool one. And you get the little freebie coin with it. That's a good deal. I thought it was neat. Hey, I made $4 on it. I paid $65 for it, so I made $4. So I ain't, they'll buy me a cup of coffee. I'll probably just end up giving all the money to charity tomorrow anyway. There's a family. I don't know. I'm struggling with. I already gave out. Gave money to 2 families, but I didn't make a whole lot this year. I didn't get very many donations. So, I took care of 2 families, and I'm thinking about taking care of another person. I just haven't made my decision up yet because it's it's all on me. So I gotta really think about it. I've been struggling with it. I even had to call George because I was struggling with it. And I'm still struggling with it. But, what are you going to do? Right? You got to do what you got to do. That's just the way it is. And what are you going to do with yourself, right? I have this thing I want to tell you guys. Let me lay it on the line to you. Long way to go. I'm going to give you guys a scenario. So, a person, I'm not going to say whether male or female. If a person has money to go buy cigarettes or booze, right? Think about what I'm saying to you. And you know for a fact that they bought cigarettes or booze. And then the very next day in a conversation with that individual, they're saying that they don't have any money for food. Wouldn't you ask yourself, well, why in the hell are you buying the cigarettes and the booze? Or just cigarettes or just booze, right? I'm not going to say which. Why would you be buying that stuff or useless stuff with your money the day before and not go buy some food if you was worried about eating? What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. What do you guys think about that? So sometimes I struggle with helping people. I understand addictions, but my problem is, how do you feel bad for somebody you know, when they can't put their stomach before, you know, an addiction. I mean, I just have an issue with that. And I have an issue of, it wasn't whether the person asked me for money or not. That's not it. That has nothing to do with it. Because they didn't. It was the fact that the person said that they didn't have any food. And I'm like, but you can afford to buy other stuff, but you can't. That's unnecessary for survival. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't get it. Hey, I'm a hard ass too, but I'm just saying, bro. Really? You know what I'm saying? I don't. Look, if I had a choice of spending $7 on a can of Copenhagen or buying enough food with that $7 to last me a week, I'd buy the food. I'm just saying. Now, I've been there. I've been the kind of guy at one time in my life where I used to save all of my butts from my cigarettes, right? You guys are going to think this is nuts because you probably never did it, but I have. And then towards the end of the month, when it got a little rough and I needed a cigarette and I didn't have the money, I had the money to either buy food or cigarettes, I'd take those butts and I'd take the tobacco out of it and I'd roll myself some pinners. I just get a pack of zigzags or whatever because they're only like 50 cents. And I'd roll up all that tobacco and I could make, enough cigarettes and I'd make them last out of that butt of a cigarette, I had a bunch of them. And I'd have enough cigarettes to last me until, the end of the month when I got some more money. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been there. People don't know. I have been there. So, I know what the struggle's like. It's tough, Look, I like sweets and stuff like that, but I understand, the reality that you can create in your own mind or truth. And the truth of the matter is, I love food. It's just the way it is. So if I had to quit everything else, I would just to eat. It wouldn't bother me a bit. I'm just saying. And I can't understand how people put themselves in that position. Unless they're trying to see if somebody will feel bad for them enough to give them some food or give them some money because they don't ask, right? So it's like a mind game thing, right? Let me see if I can play this mind game. I'm not going to ask, but maybe they'll pop and, send me some money or send me some stuff. You know what I mean? Because it could be that too. So, as a minister, I always think like that. I am. I have this problem like that. I'm very analytical about things sometimes, And especially when, people donate money to me or give me money to give to charity, which, look, they're taking from their table, um, even if it's only $3 or $4, right? To do something kind for somebody. And so I want to make sure that whatever I give away, whether it's $10 or $25 or $100, whatever it may be, is best given to the right people. And sometimes it comes down to me thinking like that. I'm not Jesus. And I've never said that I wanted to even be Jesus, because I can't. And I'm just telling you, I wouldn't want to be him, right? And people say, oh, well, you should be like him because you say you're a shepherd being a pastor. Well, okay. We can have that debate. We can have a debate on a lot of other things too. I could bring you back thousands and thousands of years before Jesus even existed, and I could show you, texts and writings that would blow your mind and make you question Christianity. But I don't do that. I mean, I could really get deep, but I'm just saying, as an individual, when I am, when my fox says, oh, okay, well, I want you just to do nice things with it, which most of them do say that because they trust me, I make sure that it's going to the right person and not somebody just trying to play a mind game with me to see what they can get out of me. And sometimes I struggle with it, and I got to talk to other people about it. Am I overthinking this or not? What's up, Partridge family? Just say no, Dove. Just say no. Hey, look, if you can have one cigarette and not pick up another one, then that's cool. But, if you can't, then don't do it. Because you know what it's going to lead to. Pack of cigarettes tomorrow. Carton of cigarettes next month. 2 cartons of cigarettes after that. Right? And you're going to be going down the road one day and you go, oh, man, that smells like some good KGB. And then next thing you're doing, you're buying a sack. Next thing you know, you got the munchies. And the next thing you know, you're spending an extra $1,000 on weed, cigarettes, and munchies a month. Don't do it. Don't, Dove. Just say no. Okay? Just sit real close to her, and when she exhales, try to grab some of that secondhand smoke. Oh. You like the munchies? Yeah, me too, but look, I don't see nothing wrong with a person who could do something in moderation, but some people are just compulsive, excessive. I mean, I get it. I get it. Trust me. You want a chocolate bunny? Well, if you pay for the right shipping, I'll ship you some chocolate. You give me $20 for shipping, and I'm going to put some chocolate in your box. And I mean chocolate. I guarantee you I will. I just can't, but I will. I'll get a flat rate shipping box and put all your stuff in it, and I'll put some chocolate in there for you. Good chocolate. Godivas, or whatever the hell that name that chocolate is. I'll send you some bags. Yes, some bags. Caramel on the inside of them, too. Good night, Robinson. Take care. Monday half price. Monday half price. Or you might as well wait until the end of the week. If there's any left, you'll get them for like 75 to 90% off. I mean, save your money for your silver. Buy cheap chocolate, right? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to know where to cut your corners, right? Especially when you like silver like me. So you got to know where to cut your corners. So you buy your Easter jelly beans and Cadbury. Oh, I haven't had a Cadbury egg yet. Mary didn't give me no Cadbury eggs. And I'm going to tell you, I like them damn Cadbury eggs. I'll be the first one to tell you. Them damn Cadbury eggs, I could eat 6 of them. I ain't even lying to you. I love them. I think they're just jamming. Oh, my God. I'm glad I quit smoking cigarettes, too, to be honest with you. And for some reason, I cannot stand the smell of cigarettes. I cannot stand it. And I used to smoke. But I cannot stand the smell of cigarettes. I do not know what it is. Everybody smells like an ashtray that smokes. No one needs to tell me whether they smoke or not. I can smell it right over perfume. I can smell cigarettes. It's just... She works at Walgreens. Oh, so you've been holding out on us. You could have been getting us all these deals that, like, I know what you're doing, Dove. You're getting them penny bags, right? You're getting them. Your wife's keeping a bunch of them in the back. So when they get discounted, you get them for a penny or something, right? I know people who work for CVS and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. 25-cent, 10-cent bags, candy, and you stock up and you got like a warehouse, right? You got this warehouse full of candy and stuff stocked up. Go on eBay and sell them for like $1 a bag, and you make like 300% profit. Oh. Oh my God. That's funny. Oh, I gotta show you guys. That's funny. I'm sorry. Oh shit! What the hell I knocked down now? Oh, something. Whatever. I'm having my day off. I gotta be nice tomorrow, so. Look at my hair. I look like I just fell off a billy goat trail. You know, I'd be lying if I didn't say there are certain times after I'll get done eating a certain food and I'll smell a cigarette and I'll remember when I used to have a cigarette after I ate that food. But I'll tell you what, I like to breathe, so that's why I'm glad that I don't smoke. That's all. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight this year. Well, last year. I think I gained maybe 1 pound back or something. I don't know. Did you guys see this? Did you see that I made this today? Did you see my little video? Probably not, because you guys didn't give a shit. You see this? Check that out. So, a friend of mine got me this one. Well, I found this one. Look at. So I had to make a case. See? Like that, huh? Neat, huh? Coin's worth freaking. Coin cost me $100. What the hell am I knocking over? I got some cool things for Christmas time this year. You guys ain't even gonna believe it. And what I may do is make up some of this stuff and send it off to all of you guys to see if you can sell some of this stuff for charity. I'm going to be working my butt off. But I got an idea and I want to do something cool. I have not seen it out there, so I want to make it and send it off, make some money for kids. You and chocolates might have a relationship. I know we got a relationship. You like that? Pretty neat, huh? Well, I'd like to, I thought about making some cases like this for the coins, but it takes a lot, it takes a lot of time to make one of these. It's not just something you whip out, And this matches on the side. See, I split the board. See that? See how I split the wood? So that comes out of the same piece. Pretty cool, huh? That's one of the first ASEs, so. Brown smudges on your face. I'm not going to say what came to mind when you said that, Dove, about brown smudges on the face. I'm not going to go there. I am not. Because when you said that, I thought you meant brown smudges on the lips, but, I had to say it. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I'm just, I'm not going to say it, though. Let's talk about water filters. Let's talk about water filters. Look, it is not Easter. I still got an hour and a half before I have to be good. Look, why do you think I pray? Look. Let's blame it on the Sumerians. Let's blame it on the Nibirians, right? From Nibiru. Oh, sometime we're going to have a really deep discussion about some stuff that's going to blow you guys' mind. I ain't doing it tonight, though. That's right. One thing I don't do is I don't kiss nobody's ass, right? I kiss nobody on my channels like that, right? None of you guys are like that. Some people put on that sweet personality. Oh, I'm such a nice person. Oh, I am your best friend. Oh, I'll do anything for you. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Oh, look, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit hardcore, right? Doesn't mean I don't love people. But by God, sometimes you got to just say it the way you got to say it, right? I say it again. I'm not Jesus, right? Call it a cop out. You can call it a cop out being a Christian. I guess you could. But, that's just the way it is. I'm not perfect. And I know that I have an hour and 30 minutes. Well, depending on what time zone you're in. Is it safe to go to Jerusalem? Yeah. You could go to Jerusalem. Probably safer to go to Jerusalem than it is to go to Ukraine. I'm just saying. Hey. And by the way, just to let you all know, there's really stuff going on. It's not a mock-up, okay? This is not just no camera hoaxes going on. There's really stuff happening over there. That I can tell you for a fact. I don't think Jesus is too happy about his people, though. Because, Israel is a very strange country. And I ain't going to get into it because I don't want anybody to get mad at me. So I ain't going to get on my high horse tonight. I'll be nice. But man, weird. You want to go there? Me and Mary talked about going. So maybe what we can do is we can all save our money, and everybody that wants to go, we can all go together. Maybe we can get a discount. Maybe we can get a discount. If we get enough people, and we can all go to Jerusalem. And then what I'll do is I'll put an itinerary together and sit down and explain it all to everybody who already knows. I just, it's like when you see the pyramids on TV, right? It's not the same as when you're at the base of a pyramid and you see the size of these blocks. I think there's blocks on blocks that were originally there, right? So when you look at the size of the blocks that are on the inside of a pyramid versus the blocks that are on the outside of a pyramid, it's a little confusing to the point where, okay, are they hiding a structure within a structure? That's how I felt about it. I mean, it's just like, baffling. I think that it's way older than what people think it is. I think it's thousands of years old. We're talking 5,000 or 6,000 years old or more. I mean, dating the Earth is kind of a hard thing. I don't think anybody specifically knows how long it's been around. Whether you're a Christian or not, I think it's very difficult to date the Earth. I think there's a lot of mystery, which is good. One thing's for sure, we know when Jesus was born and when he died, right? I mean, there's no question about that. But you know, I mean, Mary and I have talked about going there. And if I know that we all want to do something like that, then, I'd happily start saving to go and do it. Really. No bullshit. I really do want to go. I think it would be fun. So, something that I want to do. And I'm serious. I ain't selling my coins to go. I can tell you that. I'll do a virtual tour. I'll sign us all up for a virtual tour. A personal guided virtual tour. Hey, maybe we can set up some kind of a device, right? So that we're all on this virtual treadmill with virtual reality headset with a virtual guide, and we're walking through all of the different places, and it looks real, but we're all just stuck in this room together. We can see each other, but that way we don't have to get fatigued on the aircraft and, only be there 5 days, and eat stinky food and Hey, Big E. I'm going up to New Hampshire to do a marriage in October, Just letting you know. At least I think I still am. Unless things go south, I'm heading to New Hampshire in October. Actually, October 22nd, I believe. So, yeah, I know when the date is. My birthday's the 23rd. So, if you got time, maybe, Partridge might want to see you. Just saying. Just saying. I'm sure he'd like to have some of his friends up there to visit. I'm just saying. If you guys are going to make a trip and you want to make a fun trip, why not go see Partridge family and his family, right? I mean, they're getting married. I mean, it'd be the least that we could do. We say we're friends and family. You got to, sometimes you got to buck up and you got to prove it, right? So, I mean, We'll just take a trip up there. That easy. Well, see, there you go. So we can all just gang up on Partridge Family on the 22nd for his wedding. Why would you not do that? Right? Why would you not do that? And you get to see me in action. That's going to be a trip for you. I think it'll be fun. Plus, there's free food, right? I mean, unless he's handing out, you got to prepay. Prepay. Times are rough. Prepay your food ticket. I'll get the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a side of water, please. Well, everybody else is eating ribs, right? How many minutes I got to be bad? It's 11:41. Okay. Look, he didn't say I couldn't bring guests. He didn't tell me that. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. There's a need, right? So I'm not going to say, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am not going to say, is there anybody here who doesn't see reason why these two shouldn't be married? I am not saying it. I am going to tell you guys right now, I am not saying it. I'm not. And I don't believe any preacher should say it. I'm just being honest. Because let's face the fact, if you guys have been together for 11 years, and you can hang in there for 11 years, a ring on your finger is not going to change anything, except maybe taxes. But I'm just saying. You say I could be bad until 6 a.m.? All right. You taking on the sin? Because I'm going to get bad. Can I go grab a whiskey bottle? If I'm going to do it, I'm doing it right. That way, when I wake up at 6 a.m., I can say, yep, I remember when I was bad last night. Look, it's okay to hop off the bus if you run fast enough to get back on the bus. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, man, don't listen to me. I am not a great influence on you guys. Planning on starting that good behavior at 5:30. Listen, if you think for a moment you're not taking that sin in your mind to 5:30 in the morning, 6:30, 7:30, you are. You're just pre-planning your engagement on when you want to be good. Is that a sin? I don't know. I have to think about that one. I mean, a sin is only what we all agree on is a sin, right? I mean, if you really think about it. I mean, think about people in certain places in the world that eat other humans, right? They don't think it's a bad idea, so they chow down on their ant. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of out there, but I'm just saying. It's an 1800s church, then a food and party at the American Legion. Oh, cool. Uh, did you already get permission from the pastor? You need to make sure that if I don't know if the church is a active congregational church, but if you could have the pastor give me a call, give him my number, right, so that the pastor can call me. Because I just like the pastor to know who I am. Not that he can't go to my YouTube channel and say, "Man, he's crazy," but he could give me a call if he needs to. Just tell him that. Say, Reverend Bob said you can give him a call if you want. This is his number. Give him a call. If he has any problems, which he shouldn't have any problems. Most ministers don't have problems. Some can have problems. Oh, that's cool. Won't be no problem then. I have 3 ordinations, so I don't worry about it. You're probably saying, why do you have 3? Well, because certain churches require you to be ordained in that specific church or specific Christian headline. That's how I'll say that. They're all legal, dummy. Yeah, use the legal one. I don't need a church to marry somebody. Look, if people had 2 thrones and they wanted to sit down and go to the bathroom while they want to get married, I could marry them. I could marry them in an outhouse. Marry them in a barn. I married people in the river one time, some nudists, but I told them I wasn't getting nude. They're good friends of mine, and I just told them, I said, I'm not getting nude. It's not happening. It is not happening. I said, I'll wear a pair of shorts. I'll even take my shirt off, but I am not getting nude. It is not happening. Not that I'm embarrassed. I just, I'm not into that. I'm not swinging my schwank to, marry some people. It ain't happening. I just will not go there. There are limits. Okay? Old 2-seater outhouse. Right, I do an old 2-seater outhouse. Have you ever heard of the Hatfields and the McCoys? Have you guys ever heard about them? That's real stuff, That's not no game. That's real stuff. The Hatfields and the McCoys. How do I know that? Well, I have a good friend of mine. His name is Roy McCoy. That is his name. And he is a real McCoy. Or the real McCoy. And that's real stuff, man. You're growing pot plants out of a two-seater? Wait a minute. Am I missing something here? Hold on a second. Is your mom growing weed out of the outhouse? Well, I guess there's good fertilizer there. I never thought of that. Oh, God, don't tell the feds that. They'll be raiding outhouses now. We got a new plan. What's that? Let's raid all the outhouses. We know they're growing pot plants in them outhouses. Hey, I wouldn't put it past anybody. Yeah. Make a mistake. Driving down the road, you see an outhouse. I gotta run in. Go run in, you're like, what the hell is that feeling on my bunghole right now? You get done, you look down in there, and you just pooped on a pot plant. One of the leaves was tickling your bunghole. Oh my God, I'm losing it. How many more minutes I got to be good? Oh, hour and 9 minutes. God, I got relieved twice. I pooped and looked down in there, and I missed that bud. Clipped that bud off. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Down the road you go. Oh, twofold relief in that outhouse. Sit there taking a crap, and the other stall's got a big-ass plant in it. I think I pinched one of them buds off. Thank you very much. What do you do for relief and fun and activity? Well, I just go to my outhouse. What? What do you mean? Yeah, I sit there, read the paper, trim my buds. God have mercy. Lord help me. Yeah, winter was rough. You guys don't know the heating bill for my outhouse. I always wonder why there's so many lights going on in your outhouse. Yeah. Got a TV out there, too. God, he sure spends a lot of time in that outhouse. You always know he's got something smoking in there. Lord, help me. I tell you what, for those people who have never had to suffer the consequences of an outhouse, I have. My cousin Dave, he still owns the original Thornley Farm, right? Which is a family farm. He still owns it. And I think he still got that outhouse up there. When I was a kid and I had to go up there with my cousin Ralph, man, I tell you what. There's a saying to be said about shitting and getting. I am not lying to you, because when you put your butt cheeks down in that cold seat, buddy, you're not there, singing the Philharmonic and to read the paper. You're there, let it go, and out quick, because it is no joke in that outhouse. I'm just saying. That's right. clam bacon outhouse. I ain't lying. Lord have mercy. I can't remember where I was. Tennessee or Louisiana. Where was I? I was somewhere down the south. Maybe I was in Georgia. I can't remember. And this old boy turned his old outhouse. Right now, nobody used the outhouse in many years. I don't know how many years he said. He told me. God, that was many, many years ago. But he turned this outhouse into a smoker. I'm like, who in the hell does that? I mean, oh, yes. It has the aromatic taste of hickory a la shit. I mean, who does that? Who turns an outhouse into a smoker? I mean, look, I did not eat any of the jerky that he made. It might have been good because there's a lot of people who liked it, but there was something mentally that I could just not push myself to eat any of that jerky. I don't care how many years it was abandoned. Okay? There was something about him telling me that. Now, if he didn't tell me that it was priorly used by 4,962 people for the last 100 years or whatever, it would have been okay. But he had to tell me. So, still today, I'm trying to figure out if he was messing with me or if it was the truth. But it was still a fact that he told me. So, I never ate any of that jerky. I'm just telling y'all. I don't know, Dove. I can't remember. All I know is it's down south. I don't know. I can't remember if I was in Fort Benning. I don't know. Saying Fort Benning and did that? I can't remember. That was a long time ago. I can't remember. It was many, many years ago. I cannot remember. But I do remember the outhouse. At least he said, look, there ain't no doubt. I can guarantee you that was an outhouse. Or at least he made it look like an outhouse. It might just been that way because maybe he wanted to keep thieves away or something. I don't know. But he did a really good job of imprinting it in my mind. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Hickory a la shit. It's a new recipe for leading manufacturers of the world today to make the best jerky you've ever tasted. Twice tasted jerky. That's a good name for it. Twice tasted jerky. Oh my God. How many minutes I got to be back? 1 hour and 3 minutes. Okay. 63 minutes. Oh, they do. Let me tell you. I had a friend of mine. I drove truck for Schneider National Carriers. Okay. And I went down to Louisiana. And look, they do strange things in the north too. Don't think just have to live in the south to do. Look, swamp Yankees up here in the north, they do some strange stuff, man. Look, they might keep it secret better, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I go out fishing with him, right? Really super nice family. We're out in the boat. Now, when I was down in Missouri, it was very common for you to see lots of water moccasins when you're out fishing. But for people who don't like snakes, bad idea to go to Missouri fishing, right? So, but I was down to Louisiana, and Cajuns are just a little bit on the crazy side, which, hey, that's cool. Crazy's all right by me. And we're out there fishing, and I'm seeing this movement, a few different movements. I'm like, what the hell is that, right? I can't remember. I think it was crocodile or something, right? I think he said it was crocodile. And I'm like, thinking to myself, is he messing with me? Or is he not? So I ate, I don't know, probably about 4 different types of fish and some gator and I don't know, a bunch of stuff down there, man. I mean, weird stuff. And when I tell you that them crawdads were hot, I mean, they were hot, like hot in your mouth, spicy hot, like sweating, like your shirt gets soaked hot. You know what I mean? But the nicest people, I mean, just super, super nice people. But they eat some strange stuff. And I don't know if they did it just to mess with my mind. That's the first time I ever seen anybody suck an eyeball. I still get the heebie-jeebies. I'm not lying. That's some weird stuff they do down there. My dad used to eat tripe and he eat pickled pig's feet and all kinds of weird stuff. But when I seen that, I was like, that's some weird stuff right there. Oh, you're from Mobile, Alabama, Dove? Well, I'm just telling you, just know it that swamp Yankees, they're like they're like uh they're like Cajun folk, right? I'm just saying. I want to show you guys something. I can't tell you who, where, when, or what, but let me show you Yankees. I got to make sure I do this right because I don't want anybody to see this person's name because, hold on. But let me show you a picture of swamp Yankees. You ready? I just wanted to show you this picture of swamp Yankees. The secrets pastors have to keep is just crazy. Whether it's for their own consumption or not, something's wrong with people. But, so I'm just telling you, it ain't only in the South. It's not only in the South. Now, maybe some of the recipes did come from down there. You guys remember popcorn? You know who Popcorn is? I don't know. You probably seen him on Moonshiners, right? It is a fact that he had some great moonshine. I'm telling you, a fact. But I guess when you make it like he did, I mean, I've never made any, but I made wine before, though. I like making wine. Wine's pretty simple. It's a no-brainer to make wine. Ever want a recipe, let me know, and I'll tell you how to make some wine. But, you know, guys like him, look, I don't understand the government sometimes. Look, I understand their place and all that, but that guy made the best, right? He was known all over. I mean, they should have just left him alone. Old dude, wasn't bothering nobody, you know, but no, they got to go messing with the old dude. I mean, he lived in a freaking shack in the woods, you know? Wasn't like he was trying to get rich. He was just trying to survive. Look, those type of people, leave them alone. That's what I got to say. You know? Well, his name was Popcorn. And he was I think he was an all right dude. I think he was funny myself. Had a friend of mine that was good friends with him, knew him very well. And that's a no shitter. And this friend of mine lived in West Virginia. And when Popcorn died, to try to make some money for his wife, it's been said, yeah, that's the right way of saying it. It's been said that special mason jars are made up and labeled to make sure that his widow had enough money to survive. I don't know any truth to it, whether it's true or not. Could be a myth, could be a fact. But I will tell you this. It's a fact, and he made some good moonshine. But he ain't the only one in the world that ever made any good shine. But there is a science to it. There absolutely is a science to it. To get it right. He lets little kids play with the hair on his legs. Dove. Shanti Krishna. Come on. You're bad. Oh, you're working on your bad. How much time you got left to be bad, Dove? Oh, you're just getting it all out, ain't you, Dove? You go for it. Them knees are going to be worn out. Unbelievable. I think I made some wine a couple of years ago. I only made like I don't know, three. I made three 64-ounce jugs of wine. Came out good. I still got one. As a matter of fact, I think I got to burp it. I'm going to make some more this year. I like it. It's really good. There's a science behind it, though, to make it right, though. Really is. You know what I want to make this year? I want to make if I can get some bricks on sale, I want to make an oven, a brick oven for outside, and I want to make some beer bread. I'd like to do that this year if I can. I got to find some, I got plenty of stones around here, but I want to get some fire brick, for the base. Because I'd like to make some pizza too. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about it. It's on my mind. You guys never had beer bread. It's good. It's simple. All it is flour and a beer. That's it. It's that simple. Flour and a beer. Put it in a warm place. Cover it up with a towel. And just let it rest and rise. And then don't play with it too much. Cut it up into your sections for your bread. Roll it in some flour and put it in the oven. Let it bake. Cooks in 3 minutes like me. But I'm thinking about building one. I ought to build them. But I'm really thinking about doing it because I would really like to do it. And the price of electricity is kicking my butt here in New England, let me tell you. The last 3 months have been, let's see, $6.50 1 month, $5.95, and last month it was $5.45. That's $545, yes, for electricity. And no, I don't heat my house. It's crazy. It really is. It's nuts. So I think this summer what I'd like to do is build one. Yeah. Well, I love y'all. I hope you have a happy Easter. I'm going to go get something to eat now because I'm hungry. Get something to eat. And I'm going to chill out and get ready for tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll get on in the morning. Maybe I'll do a service on I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. But one thing I'm sure of is I'm going to leave here, go get another coffee, and I'm going to eat something because I am hungry. So, I love y'all. Take care. Enjoy your Easter. Be safe. Do something with your family. Have a good time. Build an outside oven. Do something. Have fun. Look, if anything, remember the sacrifice. That's it. All the other gibbly gob doesn't make a difference if you don't understand sacrifice. And I think that's the most important thing that you have to understand about Easter. Sacrifice. That is the number one thing to think about. And what real sacrifice is about. And it can change your direction in life if you can understand that much. So, anyway, with that, take care. God bless. I love y'all. Try to do something good for somebody next week, even when you don't want to, right? Twist your own arm if you have to. Do something good for somebody. Remember, what happens to others can easily happen to you. So keep your head above water. Stay safe. I love you all. Thank you for coming out tonight. It was fun. It was more of a talk session than it was an auction, but really that's what I wanted it to be anyway. So we'll see y'all soon. Take care. I'm Pastor Bob. I love y'all. And I'm out of here. See ya.